there is a moment that most people dismiss. It happens quietly. You glance at your phone and it says 11:11. You look at a receipt and the total is $11.11. You wake up in the middle of the night, no alarm, no noise, and the clock reads 11:11. Once, you call it coincidence. Twice, you call it strange. But when it keeps happening, something in you goes quiet. Not afraid, not excited, just alert, like a part of you that has been asleep for a very long time just opened one eye. And here's what nobody tells you about that moment. It is not the number that matters, it is what the number is pointing to. Something in your life is trying to rearrange itself. Something beneath the surface is shifting. And when that shift begins, there are things you are carrying, things you are becoming, things you are beginning to understand that need to be protected. Not because they are fragile, because they are still forming. Carl Jung had a word for this. He called it individuation, the process by which a person becomes who they actually are underneath everything they were taught to be. And he warned, clearly, repeatedly, that this process has a vulnerable stage, a stage where the new self is emerging but has not yet solidified, where the insights are real but not yet rooted. And in that stage, exposure can be a kind of poison, not because other people are evil, but because some things need silence, the way seeds need darkness. So if 11:11 has been following you, if something in your life feels like it is quietly rearranging, here are 4 things you should protect, 4 things you should not reveal to anyone. Not yet. 1. The thing you are starting to see about yourself. There comes a point in the inner journey where you begin to see yourself with terrifying clarity. Not the version you show people, not the role, the actual thing underneath. You start noticing patterns you have been running for years. You see why you chose the relationships you chose. You understand why certain situations kept repeating. And for the first time, it is not intellectual, it is felt. You can feel the shape of your own shadow, which is exactly what Jung called it. The shadow, the parts of yourself you buried because they were too much, too strange, too honest, too hungry for the world you grew up in. When this starts surfacing, the instinct is to talk about it, to tell someone, to say, I finally understand why I have been this way. But here is what happens when you do. The other person responds from their own level of understanding. They minimize it. They compare it to something they went through. They give you advice you did not ask for. And suddenly, the thing that felt enormous and sacred inside, you become small and conversational. You did not lose the insight, but you lost the charge. The energy that was supposed to transform you got spent on a conversation that went nowhere. Protect the seeing. Let it finish showing you what it needs to show you before you translate it into words for someone else. 2. The thing you are walking away from. At some point during a real inner shift, something in your life stops fitting. A relationship, a job, a group, a version of yourself that used to feel like home. You know you are leaving. You might not know when. You might not know how. But the decision has already been made somewhere inside you, in a place deeper than logic. Jung wrote about this as the death of the old self. Not a physical death, but a psychological one. The ego structure that kept your life organized begins to dissolve, and what replaces it has not arrived yet. You are in between, and that in-between space is the most dangerous place to start explaining yourself. Because when you tell people you are leaving before you have actually left, you invite resistance, you invite opinions, you invite people who are afraid of their own changes to project that fear onto yours. Someone will tell you that you are making a mistake. Someone will feel abandoned and try to pull you back. Someone will subtly make you feel guilty for outgrowing a space they are still comfortable in. The departure needs to happen in silence first, not secrecy. Silence. There is a difference. Secrecy is shame. Silence is strategy. Let the leaving complete itself inside you before you announce it outside you. 3. The thing that is starting to come alive in you. This one is the most delicate of all. Somewhere beneath the surface, something new is forming. A vision, a calling, a sense of direction that did not exist 6 months ago. It might not have words yet. It might just be a pull, a warmth, a strange certainty that you are supposed to move towards something, even though you cannot see it clearly. Jung called this the self, with a capital S, the deeper organizing intelligence beneath the ego. When the self begins to emerge, it does not arrive with a business plan. It arrives as intuition, as recurring images, as dreams that feel more real than waking life, as a quiet voice that says, not yet, but soon. And this is precisely the thing people rush to share. They get excited, they want validation, they want someone to say, yes, that sounds amazing, go for it. But most people cannot hold space for something that does not yet have a shape. They will ask you questions you cannot answer yet. They will poke holes in something that was never meant to be airtight. They will try to understand it with the same mind that could never have created it. The new thing does not need encouragement from others. It needs attention from you. Quiet, sustained, protected attention. Feed it with your focus. Let it grow in the dark until it is strong enough to survive the light. 4. The version of others you are beginning to see through. This is the one no one talks about. As you change, your perception of other people changes too. You start seeing motivations you used to miss. You notice manipulation that used to work on you. You feel the difference between people who genuinely care about you and people who care about the version of you that serves them. Jung described this as the withdrawal of projections. For years, you projected qualities onto people. Goodness, authority, wisdom, love, that may not have actually been there, and as you awaken, those projections start dissolving. You see people more clearly, not with cruelty, with sobriety. But if you reveal this, if you tell someone, I see what you are actually doing, or I understand now why this friendship never felt equal, you will almost always be met with defensiveness. The other person is not ready to see what you are seeing, and your clarity, shared too early, becomes a weapon instead of wisdom. It damages relationships that might have simply, gently, naturally fallen away on their own. Let people be where they are. You do not need to show someone their own shadow. You barely survived meeting yours. So, there they are. 4 things that 1111 might be telling you to guard. The self-knowledge that is still forming, the departure that has not yet happened, the new life that is still taking shape, and the clarity about others that is not yet yours to speak. What do they all have in common? They are all incomplete. They are all in motion. They are all more powerful when protected than when performed. Jung once said that the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But he also understood that becoming is not a public event. It is a private unraveling, a quiet, sometimes painful, sometimes ecstatic dissolution of everything you thought you were, making room for what you actually are. If 1111 keeps finding you, do not panic, do not perform, do not rush to explain what is happening to people who cannot feel it. Just let the process do what it is doing. Your only job right now is to not interfere with your own transformation. The silence is not emptiness, it is incubation, and what is growing inside that silence does not need anyone's approval to become real. It just needs you to stop revealing it before it is ready to be seen.